If you truly want freedom, you're going to have to do something that most people will never dare to do. You're going to have to see through the illusion of thought. You've been so conditioned to believe your thoughts are reality, and that your emotions define you, that your past has shaped you, and your future somehow holds the key to happiness. But all this is nonsense. If you want true freedom, you must step beyond time, beyond the illusions of the mind, and beyond the cycle of suffering that keeps you trapped in an identity. And that identity was never yours to begin with. Everything that weighs you down is nothing more than your own imagination, your own mind, spinning stories and fabricating fears. The mind is an absolute master of deception, and its greatest trick is convincing you that you are it. But let's make this clear. You are not your thoughts, you are not your fears, and you are not your stories. You are that which watches it all unfold. Detach, observe, and step into truth. The secret to freedom is detachment, not in the cold, emotionless way that most people assume, not in the way that rejects life, but in the way that frees you from the grip of illusion. It's detachment from thoughts that drain you, detach from emotions that no longer serve you, and detach from the idea that your past or your future has any power over you. Joy, peace, love, ecstasy, all of it is found only in this moment, not in a future goal, not in a past memory, not in some distant achievement, only now, because now is all that ever exists. Yet the mind resists this truth because the mind itself is built upon time. The mind is a time traveler. It cannot and does not exist in the present. And this is why it fears stillness beyond all. When you stop chasing thoughts, what remains? When you stop reacting to every feeling, what is left? Emptiness. And that emptiness terrifies you. Not because it's dark, but because it's vast. It is formless, infinite. It is the space where your identity dissolves and something far greater comes. The pure light of consciousness itself. Your mind is a microphone for consciousness. Your body, your mind, your voice, they're not you. They are instruments. Like a microphone that channels sound, your mind channels consciousness. But if the microphone is cluttered with static and interference with noise, how can the pure signal come through? Your true essence is always here. It's always present. But the truth is that you have forgotten how to hear it. And that's why you must step back. Become the silent observer behind it all. When you observe without judgment, without clinging, without labeling, something happens. Your mind loses its grip. Thoughts come, but they don't pull you in like they used to. And emotions do come up, but they no longer control you. Fear tries to creep in, but you just suddenly see it for what it is, a complete illusion. And in that space of pure witnessing, something beautiful emerges. Peace. Not the temporary peace of distraction or of avoidance, but deep, unwavering, eternal peace. There is an addiction to fear and an addiction to suffering. You see it. Everyone sees it. Maybe. Just how everyone clings to their suffering. And not because they want to, because they don't know who they are without it. They become addicted to their fears, their insecurities, and their traumas. Not because they enjoy them, but because they have built their entire identity around them. They say they want healing, but they resist it. And they say they want transformation, but they fear the death of the old self, because who are you without your story? And who are you without your past? Who are you without your name, your struggles, your history? What remains when all of that falls away and you're left with only presence? And that, my friend, is what the mind fears the most. Your identity is not your freedom. It is your cage. Your biography does not set you free, and your traumas do not define you. Your past does not hold the key to your awakening, and the only thing that sets you free is the ability to see through the illusion of self, to understand that the voice in your head is not and never will be you. Recognize that the labels, the beliefs, the attachments, they are simply layers covering something that's much, much deeper. And when you let go of them, when you step beyond the noise, you step into reality itself. Not the imagined reality of the mind, but the true reality where everything is whole, where everything is complete, and everything is perfect. That is just as it is. Because you are not separate. You are the whole. There is no you and there is no world. There is no you and there is no God. There are no you and there are no others. These are just ideas. These are just concepts, just mental constructs that have been drilled into you. The moment something awakens, you see the truth that there is no separation, that the light of consciousness that flows through you is the same light that flows through everything, all things. The life within you is the life within all. And when you see this, when you truly see this, not as an idea, not as a belief, but as a direct experience, everything changes. You don't go around trying to fix the world anymore because you realize the world was never broken. Sorry, Macklemore. You stop trying to heal others because you realize they're already whole. There's no need to seek love because you are love. And that's when something remarkable happens. The world simply just reflects your inner state. You only perceive a broken world because you only see that in yourself. You only see yourself as broken. And you only see a division when you are divided within. And you only experience suffering when you are lost in thought. When you awaken, when you return to presence, when you fully align with your true self, the whole world shifts around you. Not because the world changes, but because you do. You change. You become the light. You become the presence. You become the force that radiates love effortlessly. And that is the greatest gift you can give to the world. Return to the kingdom within. The truth has always been simple. You don't need an entire volume. You don't need a book. You don't need scriptures. The truth has always been simple. Seek first the kingdom within, because that kingdom is you. Not the you that's lost in thought, not the you trapped in fear, not the you weighed down by the past or thinking about the future, but the real you, the eternal, infinite, boundless you. Come back home. Come back to presence. And the moment you do, you will see you were never separate. You were never lost. You were never broken. You were and always will be the light itself. And that is your freedom. Blessings.